Okay, well, this video is for all of you philosophical types who are interested in my philosophical videos. And I don't see why my channel shouldn't cover all these subjects, because all the subjects that I'm talking to you about are of interest to every man. Every man should be interested in the sort of subjects I'm talking about. Computers, photography, philosophy, AI, everything. Linux, the future of Linux, the future of Microsoft. These are all issues which affect us all. And what I wanted to talk about really is the dangers of AI and my own personal approach to solving this danger. Because I see this danger rapidly, not just as an idea approaching from the future, it's actually there now. The AI is here now, and it's destroying the world right now as we talk about it. Okay. And I'm talking really about the corruption of YouTube and all of the videos, the rubbish videos that are actually appearing on YouTube in their thousands upon tens of thousands, millions, soon to be billions of videos generated by AI, generated by the likes of Google, whole teams of people dedicated to generating AI-based content so that their videos can carry the advertising. And so this is very interesting, because what it means is it's rapidly going to mean that creators like you and I are just not going to do it anymore, because what's the point in putting your creative efforts onto a platform that you're just going to get swamped and lost amongst a load of rubbish AI generated content? And the trouble with AI is you can't tell the difference, and you won't be able to tell the difference. And so there has to be a differentiating factor about our videos that differentiate us from the AI videos. So I'm going to go through a number of changes that I've made to my own creative style because of the AI. And the last video I put up, the ThinkPad video, is the first video which implements this new technique that I'm going to use for making video, and which I'm using right now. And that is that all editing now will be done in the camera. I'm not going to do any editing of any video which is to add music, to add to put two videos together, to cut pieces out, to do anything like that, to add music into the background. Oh, God forbid, I hate that. I can't stand videos with music running in the background all the time. It's like creepy. And so none of my videos are going to have music on them unless I'm playing it into the camera. And I have noticed when I made the last video that my camera chops the videos off, and so if you run past a certain point on the video, it cuts it into multiple videos. I think it makes a mistake after 3 videos, so you can only make a certain length of video before your work gets messed up. It's normally long enough, so that's also going to limit the length of videos that I can make. And to put those videos into one video, I'm not going to use any editing software ever again. I'm not going to use KDN Live. I actually used KDN Live on my new computer system, and it's a new version of KDN Live. And they've changed everything. It's all rubbish. You know, how dare they change everything? Yeah? Everything that you invested in learning how to quickly use the tool, now it's all gone. And then I went and had a look for an app image. I thought, okay, I found an app image, and then that had a bug in it, and I thought, nah, Forget it. It's a sign of the times. I'm not going to be using video editors anymore. They just waste my time. Why should I go to all that time when AI just does it, doesn't have to? And so how are we going to compete with AI? The only way we can compete with AI is to be better. And to be better means that everything is creative content, every second of it. What we're saying, what we're producing, okay, in the moment is captured and cannot be, what I'm doing cannot be done by AI, cannot be. AI will always have music running in the background because it's analysed everything and it's been told that. It's all nonsense, And so I needed to dig out an old shell file. A shell file is a file that allows you to run a Linux command that you can't remember very easily. I couldn't remember how to put two videos together or two or more videos together into one. And so, which is easy to do. You don't need a video editor to join two videos together. You can just do it with a Linux command. So I found one, and I found my old command for it. And I've now got my two videos being put together, and it's probably finished. Whilst I'm making the video, it's probably finished now, because it may take 2 hours to render a long video. It only takes a few minutes to merge them using a Linux command. And so I'm going to do that in future. I'm going to put my separate videos together just using a Linux command, not using a video editor. I'm not going to do any editing at all except in the camera. Well, it still means I can do things like put some music on the beginning if I want, but I'm not going to put any titles or any of all that nonsense. Who needs it? You can read the title of the video as you write it. You've got to type the title in when you put it up. I'm just going to leave it. It's the content that matters, not the presentation. We're not trying to appear as something that we're not. We should be appearing as we are. Okay? This is a philosophy of perfection. We are perfect, and everything in the world is perfect, and it's all happening automatically. So you don't need to cut it and paste it and chop bits out. That's not going to work. You don't need to add music to the background. What's wrong with the sound of silence? Hello, darkness, my old friend. It's good to talk with you again. Okay. Now it's interesting, I found out something I didn't know about that song recently, and that is that Simon and Garfunkel were just a bunch of studio kids. They got together, made a record, it sold about 1,000 copies, and they broke up and went to live in separate places, and they thought that was the end of it. And then there's this man, Tom Wilson, is a very special man. He single-handedly created the 1960s movement, it seems. He was responsible for Bob Dylan's Going Electric. He recorded Bob Dylan's first albums, The Times They Are Changing, Freewheeling Bob Dylan, and Another Side of Bob Dylan. Recorded these very important early albums, Highway 61 Revisited. Recorded these albums. He put Al Cooper together with Bob Dylan. Yeah, Al Cooper wasn't even an organ player. He turned Al Cooper from a guitar player to an organ player. And he also created Simon Garfunkel. And what he did was he created folk rock single-handedly, because he took the folk music of the day and he edited it. He took it was like AI, it was like the first AI. Tom Wilson is the originator of AI. He took the Simon Garfunkel singing and playing just guitar and singing, Sound of Silence, and he put a backing band behind it without asking Paul Simon or Art Garfunkel whether they wanted to do it or not, or whether they were happy with the idea. And he made a 7 single, because they only had an album, and he released the 7 single and it became a #1 hit. And that's when Simon and Garfunkel said, oh, well, we've got a #1 hit, we better get together and be a band. Okay. So you can see the kind of corrupting influence AI had on folk music, because that was the end of folk music. That was the end of it. In that moment, Tom Wilson didn't create folk rock. He destroyed folk music. Folk music was so powerful. You have no idea how powerful Bob Dylan's first album was. It was just Bob Dylan with a guitar and singing and nothing. Well, there were 3 links in chain, every link was Jesus' name. Get your hand on that plough, hold on. Hold on, hold on, keep your hand on that plough, hold on. So powerful. If you've never heard that record, it will blow your mind. Bob Dylan's first album, it's just called Bob Dylan. It's probably on YouTube. Check it out. Thanks for watching. There were 3 links in chain, every link was Jesus' name. Keep your hand on that plough, hold on.